I want to talk about the idea of instant manifestation. There are plenty of videos on YouTube these days talking about that idea, and they're sort of saying the same thing. But I want to go to the source material, which is Neville Goddard, and his book, Feeling is the Secret. And the name of the book gives you all the clues, which is feeling is the secret. And in the terms of feelings, you literally have the manifestation the instant you accept it, in the form of feeling, in the form of state of being. How so? For example, if somebody wants to have abundance in their life and they affirm it that I am abundant, if they don't reason after that, if they accept this word for what it is and what it implies, they will immediately feel bliss, and they will immediately, their heart will expand a little bit, their chest will expand, and they will feel good. Now, why does this manifestation does not appear in this world? Well, for that you must understand that we have psychological time. We are addicted to psychological time. Time doesn't exist, but we as humans, as in this physical world, give too much importance to time, while God does not know time or cares about it. God exists outside of it. So when you imagine something, it is literally true in the mind of God. And I made plenty of videos about how this reality is completely in the mind of God, and everything exists in the mind of God right now, because God is infinite. So when you imagine something, there is no other consciousness. You are borrowing consciousness from God. There is only one consciousness. So when you imagine something, it's literally true in the mind of God. So what takes then this so-called time, like how long it takes for a manifestation to appear? So we are too much lost in that idea of time. What it takes is your acceptance of the fact that what you want, you have right now. If you can do this thing instantaneously, you will have it probably out of thin air, because there are stories of Jesus in the Bible healing people instantaneously, literally out of thin air, like just saying the word that you are whole, and the person was whole. Now, some may say that the stories of the Bible are not true or whatever, but going to the Neville Goddard's interpretation, feeling is the secret. So when you have felt the acceptance of the fact that what you want you have, then universe starts bringing it into this world. Now Neville Goddard says each seed has its own appointed hour. So it will take that, for example, psychological time that it will take. A woman when is pregnant takes 9 months, and different animals have different time intervals. But that's not the point of the video. From my personal stories, recently I just playfully said that I am abundant, and I said that I am now opening my heart for abundance from unknown places that I don't know. And literally in like 3-4 days, my father-in-law sent my wife a bunch of money equal to like $1,500 to $2,000 for free. Now I have shared the entire story on the membership channel because it's more personal, and I don't want to put it in the public channel. But if you want to listen to that story, you can go to the membership channel. If you would like to join, you can listen there. But basically what I'm trying to demonstrate to you, that it took universe, not me. Because this idea that I was opening myself to abundance was very general, I did not have much attachment to it. I wasn't really pressed about money. I wasn't really, in a pinch. I just generally said it, that I am opening myself up to unknown channels of abundance, and I'm excited for it. And so universe demonstrated it in literally 2-3 days, few days. Nothing, that's nothing, right? So that is an example of instant manifestation. But the feeling is the secret. When I said that I'm opening my heart for unknown channels of abundance, I literally felt like abundant person immediately, right? So that's instant manifestation, another. point. Now, then comes the point of planting the seed. You planted the seed, then universe will take its so-called time. For that, I have made some explanation before, that we often forget, people here in this world, especially in the law of assumption community and the spiritual community, they forget something very important that Neville Goddard said repeatedly, again and again. And that is the crux of his teachings, is this, that God became man so that man may become God. And so this is an experience of what it is like to be a man, what it is like to be a human. And human experience comes with limitation and time and physical experience, right? It's a natural world. And Neville Goddard says every single thing that you want will unfold in the most natural of manner, that when you will look back, you will say that it would have happened anyways, and other people will say, oh, it would have happened anyways. So the point I'm trying to make is, this is why some manifestations take some time, so-called time, in this natural world. But the feeling that you, if you want to make it faster, let's just say, hypothetically and logically, if you want to make something faster, the only thing that you need to do is focus on the feeling, right? If you want to be abundant, focus on the feeling of being abundant. Don't counteract with a feeling of scarcity, like after 3 minutes. Don't go back to the old ways, and stick to the man that you say that you are, the woman that you say that you are. And then it will take only the time that is required for this plant or seed to grow. But the feeling will be instantaneous. And think about it. All of us want to feel good in the now moment, right? Why we want something? We want to feel good about it. So it's actually the feeling that you seek. What is money? Money is freedom and abundance. And what is this love, the person that you want? They invoke the feeling of love in you. So you want to feel love, basically, right? And with money, you want to feel security, you want to feel safe. So why not acquire that feeling right now and feel the fulfillment? And the thing that you want, the so-called thing we have so much attachment to, is the attachment that delays. If you want to know what delays the manifestation, is the attachment to the thing and desperately wanting it. The desperation energy kind of plucks out the seed from the ground that you have just sown. You might have noticed, and I have noticed this in my personal life, when I stop waiting for something and do something else, in the meantime that thing appears. So for example, I am waiting for some important news from someone, and I'm sticking by the phone and I'm looking at it, where is the news, what's happening, and I'm really desperate about it. The news doesn't come, they don't call. But the moment I drop it, I'm like, okay, F it. And I go, for example, do some cooking or go out for a walk or anything else. It shows up. So you see what was delaying it? Your expectation and desperation and attachment. Negative expectation, not positive. And so, as I gave my example that I manifested some money, some abundance out of nowhere, unexpected channel, and it took like 3 days. Now the reason is because I had no attachment to it, I had no desperation for it. But let's say, for example, somebody is really pressed for money and they're really desperately needed. Well, they have a lot of importance attached to it, a lot of desperation. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't. That's a sort of a natural situation. When we are really in a pickle, we feel it. That's okay. But you must understand that where does everything come from? There is just one consciousness, and out of man's conditioned consciousness, Neville Goddard says, the world is objectified. So you must realize that the thing is within you, it's not outside of you. And the second thing is, the thing is not super important. It's not as important as you think it is. because eventually you will get it and you will realize that meh, then you will want something else. So be playful about it. Be detached, be playful, just like I was playful that I'm opening my heart for unknown channels of abundance, and it showed up. Now if I was like, I want like this many money, this on this exact day and this minute, you know, you see how much focus and negative focus we create by doing that. All of it is not to say that you can't manifest things on specific time or this or that. The underlying message is this, which is feeling is the secret, and second, be detached. The more you detached, the more you are detached with something, the faster it appears. So the thing that causes delay is negative attachment, excessive attachment, and the thing that is required of you is to catch the feeling. And if you just catch the feeling and drop it and accept it as true, it will show up when the time it naturally requires, no more than that. And the so-called delay is only because you plant the seed and then you dig it out, and then you plant the seed and then you dig it out and the seed doesn't grow. Just like I gave the example of receiving some important news from somebody. And similarly, in the past I had these stories where on my channel there is a special letter that comes from Google when you're getting monetized, and my channel was not coming. It had to be received in Pakistan by my family, and I wasn't there. So I was asking them where it is, and they were like, it hasn't arrived. And so 1 month passed and it didn't arrive. And initially I was so attached, I was like, where it is, got nervous. And eventually I was like, okay, if it comes, fine, if it doesn't come, fine, I don't care. And I shift my focus. And I kid you not, within few days, my brother sent me a picture that here's your letter. So here's another example, right? Maybe the letter should have took a week max, should have, maybe. But my excess importance and attachment to it caused it to be unnecessarily delayed. But what I could have done was just accepted the fact that the letter is received and just saw in my imagination, and I would have just felt the acceptance and acquired the feeling. Feeling is the secret, and it would have appeared much faster. So the point I'm trying to make is this: feeling is the secret, and feeling is instantaneous. The moment you speak the word, the moment you see it in your imagination, is there. It's literally there. And after that, if you add to that feeling, wonderful. But if you don't add anything and drop it, still wonderful. But if you contradict it, then it will take time and persistence and, you know, all these things that the law of assumption community talks about. But all in all, this is a natural world, and God became man so that man may become God. This is why there is a concept of so-called time here. And we go through a natural world, not a magical, like, you know, world. For example, if manifestation in the physical was literally instant, I would imagine a dragon, and dragon will appear here and breathe fire on me and kill me. You see, that doesn't happen because it's a natural world. But if you are playful about it and acquire the feeling, you will feel good instantaneously. You will acquire the state instantaneously, and after that the manifestation will appear very fast. Sometimes it's so fast it's shocking. But again, easier said than done. I'm not gonna claim here that I mastered it, or even Elgar said that he didn't master it and he had some failures, but that's okay. It's a learning curve. But it's only a learning curve for the things that we really want, the things that we're really attached to. Everybody who comes to my channel, they have manifested small things, or not really things that they're attached to, like instantaneously. This is why people believe in this, and they understand and they know from personal experience that it works. So what the takeaway of this video is: focus on the feeling of accepting the fact that what you want you have and acquire that consciousness and then drop it. And you will be shocked sometimes to see how fast it appears in your world. So this is it for this video. Until next time, bye bye.